Hello everyone, welcome back to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is Liam Gallagher was joined by his lookalike son Gene as they shopped on London's Carnaby street on Friday, amid the celebrity offspring's legal woes. The Oasis singer, 49, kept things casual in a collared navy jacket which he layered above a pink and white striped t-shirt and navy jeans. Meanwhile, his mini-me, 21, who was recently branded entitled in court over a drunken fight at a Tesco Express, clutched onto his latest purchases in a purple Liberty department store bag. Gene, whose mother is All Saints singer Nicole Appleton, channeled 90s Britpop in a navy Adidas tracksuit jacket and baggy black trousers, while contrasting his ensemble with white trainers. The father-son duo each framed their faces with a pair of sunglasses and wore their brown locks in tousled hairdos. It comes after Liam said 99% of judges a massive C*Z in a furious Twitter rant after his entitled son was criticized in court over a drunken fight at a Tesco Express. Gene and Ringo Starr's grandson Sonny Starkey, 20, had charges for assault and affray dropped after agreeing to be bound over. However, Judge Joanna Greenberg described them as entitled and said their behavior was completely out of order, no doubt as a result of having been drinking. The incident happened at a Tesco Express in Hampstead, North London on 17 May 2019 after their friend, former IMG model Noah Ponte, 21, was accused of stealing a can of gin and tonic. He was acquitted of theft by a jury. Despite his son being spared formal punishment, Oasis star Liam Gallagher still took issue with the judge's comments, and criticized her during a Twitter tirade. Judge Judy can kiss my A*******, hull, he wrote, from one entitled P******* to another, as you were LGX. He continued, funny thing is 99% of judges a massive C******* LG, asking folk to sit down, stand up, rise, F*** off with your non-C wig. He added, if ya can't steal from Tesco's, where can you steal from, eh? This country is over. Gallagher and Starkey have now been made the subject of a binder, meaning they have promised to keep the peace and be of good behavior for 12 months or pay £500. The pair and their friend, Ponte, denied all charges against them. They faced affray and assault by beating charges, while Gallagher and Ponte were accused of racially aggravated assault. Ponte was also charged with theft. The trio attempted to get all charges thrown out against them in November 2020, but were unsuccessful barring one charge against Gallagher of common assault which was dismissed. Wood Green Crown Court heard the trio had been drinking at an 18th birthday party but then went to the Tesco Express store on their way. Ponte, a UCL architecture student, said he picked up a can of a £1.70 gin and tonic but knew it could not be sold because the store did not sell alcohol after 11 p.m. He also said he paid £1.70 for 2 packets of salt and pepper nuts on the self-service till, then left them there, and attempted to leave the store with the can. CCTV played to jurors showed 2 Tesco workers tried to stop the men from leaving, including a moment when Ponte claimed a Tesco worker grabbed him by the arm and pulled him back into the store. Starkey and Gallagher were then accused to have thrown kicks and punches down the aisle at the shop worker trying to stop them from leaving. Duty manager Hiram Rajput claimed to have heard the phrase, "You bloody Indians, go back to where you came from." However, this was denied by Gallagher and Ponte at an earlier hearing, with Ponte's representative claiming they said bloody idiots. Following the accused bad behavior in the store, Starkey was placed in a headlock by a Tesco shop worker for several minutes. The Crown Prosecution Service were forced to accept that Starkey was lawfully defending himself and Gallagher was lawfully defending his friend against further assault. A fourth friend was not charged because he acted as a moderating influence. During the trial for the theft of the gin and tonic, prosecutor Alexander Agbamu said the incident involved 3 phases: the alleged theft by Ponte, the kicks and punches said to have been delivered by Gallagher and Starkey, and the restraint of Starkey by a Tesco worker. Earlier, prosecutors said they received 2 previously unseen pieces of evidence that meant they were unable to proceed to trial for Gallagher and Starkey. Mr. Agbamu said, a customer who now lives in Peru, described young men throwing groceries around and also saw a member of Tesco staff hitting and grabbing Mr. Starkey and appearing to target him. She described the actions of the Tesco member of staff and described him as being the aggressor. Mr. Gallagher and Mr. Starkey have a strong case to the effect that Mr. Starkey was lawfully defending himself and Mr. Gallagher was lawfully defending Mr. Starkey against further assault. The customer did provide the police with her contact details, and in July 2019 and subsequently the police wrote to her at her address, but all correspondence came back to the police returned to sender. The Crown understands the customer is now in Peru and would have been giving evidence via TV link. That has called the Crown to reassess the case against Mr. Gallagher and Mr. Starkey. The prosecutor said there was another witness, a member of security of staff, who said, I think the whole situation was avoidable. I can see both sides of the argument, the defendants were the ones who started the problem. However, I believe that the staff should have been more patient with the males were clearly young, and drunk, and the staff could have let me deal with the situation. As I said, my role is to deal with security issues within the store. The Tesco staff did not allow me to handle the situation. The males came in and the situation went from a discussion with me to a fight with all the staff. In my opinion, both sides could have handled this situation better, although there is no dispute in my mind the males were the people that started the problem. Mr. Agbamu concluded, the Crown wishes to offer no further evidence against Mr. Gallagher and Mr. Starkey and to ask for a bind-over, in recognition of their contribution to this incident as unpleasant and unnecessary. The trial continued for the theft, and Ponti admitted that the way he attempted to get around licensing laws was daft. Ponti, who gave live evidence during his trial, said, I went back to the chiller cabinet to make sure that I was paying the exact value. I just assumed I would be scanned or I needed to be ID'd, I never attempted to scan the drink. Essentially I thought it created a way to pay for it. If I had been told to put it back, I wouldn't be so bold to not put it back after being told. It was a long or confusing way to pay for it, but I didn't want to steal it. Ponti, who was supported by his father during the trial, breathed a sigh of relief when the jury foreman acquitted him. Judge Joanna Greenberg told Gallagher and Starkey, your behavior on this occasion when you entered the Tesco store was in my view completely out of order and no doubt as a result of drinking. It's hard enough when people running a late-night store encounter entitled young men thinking they can get what they want by misbehaving. The prosecution has taken the view things got out of hand because Tesco staff overreacted. In those circumstances, while the prosecution has offered no evidence on counts 2 to 6, and I enter not guilty pleas, I'm going to bind you over to keep the peace and with a recognizance of £500. If you fail to comply, you're ordered to forfeit that £500. That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news update.